Good day to everybody out there. This is See Thy Wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. And I had an intruder on my land a few nights ago, I believe. I was sitting here in the house, and I usually sit here with my lights off. I don't usually keep a light on in here. Or sometimes I'm watching TV. Most of the time I'm either editing a video or doing a video like I am now. And out of the blue, one of the dogs just started barking. And they don't usually bark, and I live back off of the road. I'm not directly in a village, so there's not much traffic back here, so they don't bark that often unless a worker is coming back or a contractor or someone is coming back here. So, or a branch or something like a tree falls and it seems like it's somebody and it's not, it's just a tree falling. So 2 nights ago, I'm sitting here doing something on the computer. It's dark in the house, got the no outside lights on, so it's pitch black back here. And the dog just start barking out of nowhere. And I let her bark, and I don't really bother. I don't like to stop the dogs from barking because I don't ever want to get them the impression that they shouldn't bark. I always want them to bark if they hear something or smell something that's not normal back here. So she just keeps barking. She barks for about 5 minutes at this time. So I said, let me turn the outside light on. So I turn the outside light on. She still keeps barking. And that let me realize that I always think someone's back here when they start barking. I always think, especially during the nighttime. So she's barking and she's barking for about an hour at least. And I don't stop her. It was annoying, but I don't stop her. And I was wondering if someone was back. Actually, I said something out the window. Who is it? So that was weird. These guys that did my solar just came back here. I guess they thought that they were supposed to come back here and do something for me, but I don't need any assistance tonight. So the dogs don't usually bark unless someone. So the next morning when I get up, I take the dogs for a walk. I always take them to the front of the property. And we'll do a lap. And I see a cigarette butt in the middle of my driveway. And I'm like, where did this come from? I don't smoke. I never see any of the guys back here smoking. I did see one of the guys smoking about a month ago. But I never see any cigarette butts laying around because they just don't leave stuff around like that. If a contractor's back here or something. So I'm like, what the hell is this? Maybe there was someone back here last night just standing there, scoping out my place. It's pitch black back here, unless the moon is out and you can see a little light. And then it made me think, who in the hell even would come back here? You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what, I'm going to ask one of the guys when they come in here if that was there. So as we are leaving out to go to the store, I asked one of the guys, hey, is that your cigarette butt? He said, what are you talking about? I said, let me get out the car. Let me show you. He was like, no. I said, okay, so that means someone was back here last night because the dogs were barking like so much. One of the dogs anyway. And that kind of put an alarm up in my head. Like, why in the hell is someone back here? Because that's one of my worst things that I hate. I hate the fact that someone could come back here and I don't want to do something to somebody. And I don't want nobody to do nothing to me either. But it's just alarming to me because I am back here and I am on this property and I don't have any type of fence to keep anybody out. Now, I got my little tools around here I ain't going to say what it is, but because I don't want to be incriminating like that. But, you know, I don't want to have to do anything to anybody because it's just not my style. But it's definitely and I got to get some cameras. And that's another thing I want to do. I got to go up to Mexico and get the Starlink system so I can get the cameras, the Wi-Fi cameras that are always active and keeping, you know, the camera going, because that's one thing that I'm lacking is a camera system back here. But yeah, that was my experience the last couple of days with someone coming back here. And then last night, see, this was 2 nights ago. And then last night, the night after the initial dogs barking, last night, I didn't bring the dogs in the house. that night that they were barking, I brought them in the house. I never bring them in the house. I never leave them outside at night because I'm always scared that a jaguar is going to get them, even up here on the veranda. So I said, you know what? Last night I'm gonna let them stay out there on the veranda, and that's what I did. I let them stay out there on the veranda last night, and one of they barked. She barked. She woke me up around midnight. And I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward, is I'm going to leave them out there. See, my thing is I just need a notice. Once I have a notice that someone is here, that gives me enough time to get prepared so I can make sure that if anybody tries to cross that threshold, they'll be, wishing they never crossed the threshold. I'll say that. So, yeah, anybody got any solutions or suggestions for me, let me know. Anyway, I figured I'd share that with the community, my YouTube community here. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all for watching. This is See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water.